Hello friends, in this video I am going to explain the ABAP development project end-to-end process in the company. What is what is the actual flow of the project from requirement from the client till the go live and support to to move the project from or to move the application from development to production. So what is all this process? So I am going to explain in this video, so please watch this video till end. This video might be lengthy, but I am sure that it will be very useful for you. So please watch this video till end so that you will get a clear idea about how to whenever we receive some requirement from the client, so what to do next. Okay, so let us get started with this video. So ABAP development end-to-end process. Let me write here project. So ABAP project development end-to-end process in companies. Okay, so developing of SAP applications using ABAP with end-to-end process which follows in companies. So typically ABAP developers involved in realization, final preparation and go live and support phases in the ASAP methodology of SAP. Now you will in the further video, in this video you will get to know about what is realization, final preparation, go live and support. So for now keep in mind that typically ABAP developers involved in these three phases: realization, final preparation and go live and support. Go live and support means to move the production to move the project to production. That means user can or client can end users can use the project. Okay, so the phases in ASAP methodologies of SAP. So what is ASAP methodologies of SAP? So ASAP stands for accelerated SAP. Its main purpose is to help design SAP implementation in the most efficient manner. Okay, so to design any project or to design SAP implementation in the most efficient manner. So its goal is to effectively optimize time, people, quality and other resources using a proven methodology to implementation. So ASAP stands for accelerated SAP. Its main purpose is to help design SAP implementation in the most efficient manner possible. Its goal is to effectively optimize time, people, quality and other resources using a proven methodology to implementation. ASAP, that is accelerated SAP implementation methodology, is a proven and successful methodology in the implementation of SAP project. So this methodology will be used while developing the ABAP application. So what are the steps and phases involved in ASAP implementation methodology? So the first step is project preparation. I have you can see here the first step is project preparation, then business blueprint, then realization, final preparation, go live and support. As I have already mentioned here, you will get to know about realization, final preparation, go live and support. I have mentioned here. Okay, so ABAP developers are involved in realization, final preparation and go live and support. So I have listed down those phases: project preparation, business blueprint. Business blueprint is the second phase, then realization, final preparation and go live and support. Okay, so now we will see one by one phase. Phase 1 is project preparation. This is the first phase on any project under ASAP methodology. This will begin building up a core project team to go through whole implementation process. In this phase, the team goes through initial planning and preparation for SAP project implementation. This phase will include defining the project goals and objectives, then clarifying the scope of implementation, then defining project schedule, budget plan and implementation sequence, then establishing the project organization and relevant committees and assigning resources. So all these things will be decided in the phase 1, that is project preparation. Just keep in mind that project preparation means define the goals and objectives, then scope of implementation, what will be the budget plan, what will be the project schedule and all. Okay, so the next point is business blueprint. This is the second phase of project under ASAP methodology. This is the detailed formula of implementation of the project. The main objective of this phase is to achieve common understanding of how the company intend to run the SAP software. So the main objective of this phase is to achieve common understanding of how the company intend to run the software. That means in detail I am going to explain that the business blueprint documents in detail the scope of business scenario. What this business blueprint document consists? It will consist business scenarios, business process steps and the requirement of an SAP solution implementation. So how that project we are going to design, how that project we are going to implement, those steps are mentioned in business blueprint. Okay, so the project goals and objectives will be set in this phase. This phase also involves manpower and training needs if required. Third phase is realization. This is the third phase of ASAP methodology. The purpose of this third phase is to implement all the business process requirement based on the blueprint. Okay, now let us take real-time example. Now I want to prepare some recipe, so I need these ingredients. So those ingredients will be listed in the business blueprint, and now I want to cook. Now I want to cook that recipe, so that cooking phase, that cooking preparation will become under realization. I'm just giving simple example. Okay, hope you are getting my point. This is the third phase. This purpose of this phase is to implement all the business process requirement based on blueprint. Based on this, whatever the it is mentioned in the business blueprint document, based on that document we need to implement SAP process requirement. Then in this level the project team should have activities as follow: unit test, then integration test, then RICEF. RICEF means reports, interfaces, conversion, enhancement and forms developments, then data cleaning, then preparation, collection, validation and testing, then train the trainer such as a process owner and super users. The project should develop end user training in accordance with the end user training strategy. So all these things will be done in the realization phase. Now the final phase, phase 4 is final preparation phase. So this is the fourth phase, that is final preparation. It will complete the final preparation, which include testing, end user testing, system management and cut over activities to finalize the readiness to go live. In addition, this step will resolve all critical open issues on successful completion in the live SAP system. Okay, so this step will resolve all the critical open issues, errors, bugs. Okay, so go live and support. The purpose of this phase is to move from a project oriented pre-production environment, that is development environment, to live production operation. That means your project is ready to go from development to production. That means the end users can use your project. The most important element includes setting up the production support, monitoring system transaction and optimizing the overall system performance. After once your project go live, then we need to keep in mind that the most of the important elements including setting up production support, monitoring system transactions and optimizing overall system performance. Then the project team will integrate new organizational chart and job profile information performance management system. In addition, the help desk, that is support desk, will support the end user. The important issue after implementation is to review system processes and continuous improvement, which means that the core team will design the high level structure, job hierarchy, role, responsibilities and performance metrics for the post implementation support personnel. So ABAP consultant role in realization phase. ABAP consultant plays main role in realization phase as real development starts here. Whatever the development ABAP consultant will do, that will be done in the realization phase. In this phase, along with the ABAP consultant, functional consultant, data migration consultant, and basis consultants are involved. Then ABAP development flow in project implementation. Step 1 is, now we are going through step by step what is the actual process, what is the actual development flow in project implementation. Step 1 is functional consultant gather business requirement from business user. Business users means client. Okay, so functional consultant, what they will do, they will take the business requirement from the client. Now once they gather the requirement, then functional consultant do some functionality analysis and prepare functional specification. So what will be included in functional specification, we will see further. Step 3 is, please till now please keep in mind that functional consultant take that requirement, business requirement, and they will prepare functional specification. Functional consultant send the designed functional specification document to his project manager or head, generally in small projects where the project manager acts as a lead or team lead. Now step 4 is project manager or team lead will assign the requirement to ABAP consultant by sending the functional specification. Step 5 is ABAP consultant design technical specification. Each company, each project has their own template. Okay, so no worry about that, based on the functional specification. Okay, so ABAP development will design technical specification based on functional specification. Step 6 is ABAP consultant send or explain the technical specification to the team lead or review team to get the approval. Once they get approval, ABAP consultant start developing ABAP the application, WebDyn Pro BSP application. Step 8 is once development is completed, ABAP consultant will do some unit testing the application by ABAP consultant and send it to the functional consultant, and they will send it to the testing team. Once testing team receive the application, tester will do the testing of that application. If they found any issues, bugs, errors, then they will send them back to the ABAP consultant. ABAP consultant fix that bugs. This process continues till no bug found. This process will continue till no bug found. Step 10. Once testing is completed, functional consultant will send application to end users, that is actual business users. That means now no errors are found and testing is completed. Then functional consultant will send that application to end users, that means actual business users. That means they will give it to the client. They will test the application, that means client will test the application. If any issues found, then they will raise CR, change request, or bugs. ABAP consultant will fix them. Step 11. Once end user testing is completed, they will give, like, that means they will give means client will give UAT, that is user acceptance testing sign off. Client will give user acceptance testing sign off, means application can be moved to production. The entire development moved to production on specific planned day. So suppose tomorrow or coming Friday or coming Monday, so there will be a specific day will be planned, and on that day the application will be moved from development to production. Okay, step 13. ABAP consultant provide production support for the application for some time, for example 3 months. So this is basically the actual development flow in every project. Okay, so what is functional specification means? As we have checked earlier, that functional consultant in the step 2, we have checked that functional consultant will gather the requirement from the client, from the business users, and they will create one functional they will design functional specification document. So what or they will prepare functional specification document. So what is meant by functional specification, we will see. So functional specification is the official document for a developer which describes the features and design the expected functionality. It contains the technical expectations and required data for the design and development. I hope you got this point. This functional specification document is a functional document which explains in detail how software will be designed. Now the functions of functional specifications are requirement, design summary, design functionality, finished product, and test cases. Functional specification format contents may differ from company to company. Every company follow their own formatting style. Please keep in mind, guys, functional specification format or content may differ from company to company, and every company follow their own formatting style. So you don't uh, for the basic understanding, just keep in mind that what will be included in the functional specification document. So these things will be included in the functional specification document. It might be differ from company to company. So who prepares the functional specification? As I have already mentioned, that functional consultant, as per the standard organizational structure, functional consultant will prepare functional specification. In some cases, techno functional consultant will prepare them, and in some companies senior technical consultants may prepare. So it may vary from company to company. So what is the next step after functional specification? Once functional specification is prepared, the document will be sent for approval to the functional head or project manager. Once approved, it will send to the technical lead. The technical lead will distribute the functional specification to any developer, so that developer can start the coding, so that development can start the coding. They will develop the application. Then how do you receive functional specification? In general, functional specification will be sent to a consultant through organizational email like Outlook, IBM, Lotus. Okay, so this is all about the development flow. I hope that you are clear now, what is the actual flow, end-to-end process in companies to develop the SAP ABAP project. So thanks for watching this video.